Right now we're going to talk about how to do a glute bridge, which is going to be, you guessed it, using your glutes to do some stuff. Let's find out what that looks like. So you'll go ahead and take a seat on the ground and lay on your back. You can do this on the ground, you can do this on a bench, doesn't really matter. You're going to bring your feet kind of close to your butt, not right up against it, but not super far away, just kind of like middle-ish, knees bent. The bare bones of this movement, you're going to press into your feet, pressing into your shoulders, lift your hips, hips come up into the air. Let's talk about how to do that. You're going to go ahead and tuck your tailbone, press your low back into the ground like you're doing a dead bug. Then you're going to press into your feet, keeping that tuck of your pelvis, so not letting it drop, keeping your pelvis tucked, press up, squeeze and hold at the top. We're trying to get the work in the back of your butt here. So not in the backs of your legs, not in the top of your legs, just here in the backs of your hips. Hold, come down, up, down, up, down. Now, when you do this, you might find that you do this exercise and then you feel it somewhere else, like maybe in the top of your leg, maybe in the back of your leg, maybe in your low back. So if you feel it in your low back, really focus on scooping your tailbone underneath you, press your low back into the ground, then come up. Now, if you feel it in the backs of your legs or your hamstrings right here, you can bring your feet a little bit closer to you or press into your big toes to really try and get the back of your butt to be isolated. If you really feel it in the fronts of your legs, go ahead and walk your feet a little bit farther away. When I mean a little, I really do mean a little. These are really, really small adjustments that you're making. It's really normal for this to walk around a little bit, and whenever I'm doing this, sometimes I have to dance my feet around a little bit to find a spot where it feels really comfortable. You might also want to bring your feet closer together and see what that feels like, or a little bit farther apart and see what that feels like. With all of these exercises, it's really important that you just find the variation that works for you. It doesn't have to look like somebody else's glute bridge in order to be a good glute bridge. The main characteristics of a good glute bridge are that you feel it in maybe your core a little bit, but your butt is doing as much of the work as possible. You don't feel this in your low back. You don't feel this anywhere else in your legs, just in your butt. That's a good glute bridge. So whenever you do this, try and move slowly and deliberately to really think about what you're doing when you're doing it, because it's really easy to just cheat by going really fast. So slow it down, pay attention to the muscles that you feel working. If you notice muscles other than your butt and your core working, move your feet around and see how that changes it. Again, maybe a little further away, maybe a little closer, maybe a little farther apart, maybe a little closer together. Mess with it, and as always, let me know if you have any trouble or you get stuck so I can help you out.